Welcome to the Childcare Genius podcast, the world's leading authority on childcare marketing, mindset, expansion, and profitability. Each episode will feature interviews with the brightest minds in the childcare industry to guide you into becoming a smarter business leader. Our hosts have opened 10 schools while raising 5 children. They are certified business coaches and are the top-selling childcare business book authors of all time. This episode is sponsored by Childcare Genius Marketing. Let Childcare Genius Marketing help you get fully enrolled and fully staffed. Visit childcaregenius.com for more details. Let's welcome to the Childcare Genius podcast our hosts, Brian and Carol Dupre.
Hello, welcome to the Childcare Genius podcast.
We're your hosts, Brian and Carol Dupre. Thank you so much for joining us today. We've got a great episode planned with a great guest speaker. But before we get started, I am wearing, Carol, if you're watching this video on YouTube, I'm wearing my Caribbean shirt. You know what that means? We're going to the Caribbean, aren't we?
That's right.
We're going to the Caribbean.
Wait.
Not only are we going to St. Lucia this weekend, which I'm excited about, we're going to the Childcare Genius Leverage Financial Conference. And that is going to be in September 29th, October 2nd in Riviera Maya, Mexico. We're so excited about that. We have a $1 million guarantee on this conference. Guarantee you're going to learn $1 million worth of information, or we're going to give you your money back. So go to our website, childcaregenius.com. Under the conference tab, select the Leverage Financial Conference. Get all the information there. The information on the guarantee is there. You can get tickets. Tickets are on sale right now. We're only selling 100 tickets to this conference, and it will sell out, and it'll probably sell out pretty quickly. So get your tickets and get them early. It's an owners-only conference, and it's one ticket for $5.99 and 2 tickets for $9.99. So you save $200 off when you buy 2 tickets at the same time. All right, so we got a great guest plan, and this is Latisha Moore. And Latisha is a center owner in North Carolina, single center, but 225 kids, big school. And she is doing amazing. She's very profitable, runs an amazing program, and has a great life story. You're going to really love this guest.
Let's get Latisha on the line.
Hi, Latisha. Welcome to Childcare Genius Podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Brian and Carol. Hope you guys are.
Things are great up here in Maine. Where are you calling in from today?
I am coming from Washington, North Carolina.
Nice warm weather. I'm sure the spring is already starting to spring down there.
Yes, it is. We're at about almost 72 today.
We're excited. In the last week, we could actually see our lawn. We usually don't see our lawn until mid-April.
Yeah.
And this episode is going to be airing it in April. But as we record this at late March, we're lucky to see our lawn, and it's unusual for us this time of year, so we're kind of happy.
It's brown, but we can see it.
It's brown, but at least we can see it, which is always a good thing. So, we wanted to have you on a podcast. You're really killing it. Your business is doing really well. We love having you. You're a very successful, profitable owner. We love coaching you. And I said, no, I want to get her on the podcast. And, we know all about you. But why don't you tell our little audience a little bit about you, what you did before you got in the childcare business? Tell them who Latisha is.
Okay. Well, I was a high school dropout, teenage mom, had a lot of things going on, right? I like to tell people that I did a lot of things, but I didn't kill anybody. So throughout my journey, not graduating from high school, I decided to end up going to college. Which was a really good thing for me for criminal justice. Went to college, graduated from East Carolina University, and my degree is in criminal justice and psychology. So I ended up working with individuals that had substance abuse and or mental health issues that were on probation, children. So that led me down the path of, working with children that had those issues. I continued to work, and as I worked, I ended up in toddler mental health, which was my job. I enjoyed it really well. However, our job spun out, and I ended up in a mental health profession fully, still working with children and or adults with the same diagnosis. And it just came to me as time went on that I wanted to have my dream. I wanted to open a facility for girls because of some of the things I had gone through. And I did that. I was able to open up the first and only residential facility for girls in my county, which was called Destiny Home of Beaufort County. So I worked with teenage girls that had substance abuse and or mental health issues and had been in trouble with the legal system. Did that for about 6 years, and the pendulum began to swing with all the changes that the state was offering, and I saw more children. So I opened up a community support organization called Unified Behavioral Health, which worked with adults and children who had the same diagnosis as my first job. We continued to work, did that for, like I said, 6 years, and then pendulum swung and those positions were closing. Started seeing more children. So I wanted to know, how did the children get to me, which led me in to childcare. I wanted to know, why was Johnny throwing chairs and having to come see me in our community support program. So literally that's what led me into childcare. Never worked a day in my life of childcare. I just wanted to know, why were children coming to me? So that's how I opened my first childcare center in July of 2010.
Wow, that's a great story.
Yeah, that's
Totally
really,
different. Well,
yeah.
congratulations. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. I love that. You know,
Yes, sir.
you have really you've really come a long way to
Mhm.
from where you started. So good for you.
Can you tell us
Thank
about
you.
your school and why it's unique?
So I believe that a new adventure is different because, and unique, because we believe that there is greatness in every child that we serve. It's part of our mission to help foster that growth and potential in those children. Some of the children that we serve, they do face behavioral challenges, but rather than look at those challenges as obstacles, we look at them as opportunities, opportunities to help support them, to help guide them, to help foster that energy in a positive way. Another thing that makes a new adventure truly unique is that we don't just look at the child. We look at the family. We focus on the family unit. We believe that we're committed to empowering the families that we serve, helping them to become the best versions of themselves by providing them all the tools and the resources that they need to accomplish that goal. One of the main things that we truly believe and makes us unique is that we believe that when the family unit survives and thrives as a whole, the children that we serve, they're going to flourish. And that's the foundation that we build upon each and every day at A New Adventure. We take a holistic approach. We meet the children and families where they are, and those things coupled together makes us unique. I can't hear you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had an audio issue here. So I love the fact that you coach to the whole child and the whole program. That is just amazing to me. Um, I just love that. So kind of like when we coach childcare owners, we coach the whole package as well. It's kind of
Mhm.
the same thing, you know. You can't just coach on the business. There's a lot of things that goes in there. So I absolutely love that. You have a good mindset and a good attitude. So every business struggles. You've been in business for 15 years. So what are some of the struggles that you faced early on, or some of the challenges you had to go through that you persevered through?
I'm going to say early on, it was just the lack of systems. It was the lack of really having everything all together. I knew how to do the thing, but it would have been so much easier had I done the thing the right way. I had the systems and tools in place. That was a challenge. One of the other challenges that I had when I first started was actually coming over the stigma of the children that I served, because just because a child has a behavioral issue doesn't mean that they're a lost cause. And it seemed like we had a lot of those children, um, and it was a challenge. And I had to overcome that, and I'm thankful that I did. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Can you tell us why you decided to join the Child Care Genius University coaching program?
Yes. So I met Mr. Bryan previously in another childcare community, and I had always been in group coaching. And for me, I was not getting the results that I felt like I needed in group coaching. So I wanted to see something different. I wanted to try something different, which is what finally led me to commit to Child Care Genius. And I also believe that your coaching is individualized, which is what I needed, and it's special. So that's really what led me to Child Care Genius.
Well, you're special, Latisha. That's why it's special coaching.
Yeah.
And appreciate those kind words. Yeah, we find out that if you coach to the masses, people get left behind. And when you can individualize coach, you can meet people just like you meet your client at their needs. We meet our clients at their needs, wherever they are. And if you do one-on-one coaching, get to know what those needs are. It's easy to get lost in a group of people. Um, and the people who like to speak up always get help, but the shy ones, I'm one of those people. They tend to fall by the wayside in a group setting, and we don't. You can't hide in a one-on-one coaching call. There's nowhere to hide.
No, you can't.
So that's what I like about it. So where are you headed? Where do you see your business in the future? What are some of your long-term goals?
So I would love for my facility to become a teaching institution. And what I mean by that is I would like to be able to bring in other childcare providers and their teams to be able to see how it's effectively done. I do believe that a lot of us learn better with hands-on. And even though we know how to do childcare, but there are multiple ways to be able to do childcare. So I would love for my facility to become a training site. That's one of the goals that I have. I also would love to see us to maximize what we have, to have an even greater impact on the community. We are licensed for 240 children. We are a large facility. And we want to maximize that. And we want to make an imprint on, an impact and leave an imprint on our community by the impact that we serve with our families and our children. So we just want to grow. We want to grow and leave a legacy. Right now, I think that that is really the component that we're looking on, strengthening these families and these children. That's the goal. That's the goal. Yeah.
And that's a big school, 240 kids. That's a
Yeah.
big school. So
Mhm.
good for you.
Mhm.
Which Child Care Genius conference is your favorite?
Well, I have only attended one Child Care Genius conference, and that was in Jamaica, and it was amazing. That was my first time out of the United States. And the conference itself was like no other conference that I have ever been to. You had time to actually process the information that we were given because the days were shorter. And they were like specific, shorter, specific. You could digest it. You could just process it. And then once it was over, you had your whole day to do whatever you wanted to do. Poolside coaching was great. So yeah, Jamaica was it. It was an
Yeah,
amazing time
that's
for my family.
I tell you, when Carol and I sat down and designed that conference, we're like, what would be a conference we'd want to go to? And we designed exactly the way we would want it. And I tell you, it is great. And it's a big popular. This year, we're going to Mexico in the fall. We're going to Riviera Maya in September 29th. So if you're listening and you want to come to us, meet Latisha and come lay on the beach and have the best childcare conference, you know what we're offering this year, Latisha? A
What?
$1 million guarantee on our conference. We're going to guarantee you're going to learn $1 million worth of information. And you can see how we do that because we give between our real estate, between our diversification, our mindset, our financial topics, we easily can help somebody, with a seven-figure swing in their bottom line over the next couple of years for sure. So that's exciting. So we can't wait. Get
It
me all
is.
excited about going to the Caribbean.
Yes, I'm excited as well. And that is a 100% guarantee because you're going to get at least $1 million in the nuggets and the information that you give. So,
100%. So if you
yeah,
had to do it all over again, you can wave a magic wand and do something over again, what would you do differently?
I would start with coaching sooner when I first started to ensure that my systems and all things were in place to help me scale quicker. That's what I would do. My first center was licensed for 34. I'm licensed for 240. I could have learned so much along the way that could have got me there quicker and with a lot less bruised knees. So I would have done coaching first. Yes. That's what
I would have
do.
done. Somebody asked me that one time, what would you do? I said, well, I'd do coaching second, but I would have bought Amazon stock first.
Okay, I can agree with that. Right? Yes, that might would have changed a whole lot of things.
That might have changed it. Maybe not even need daycare at that point. Yeah, yes. If you can only go back. Well, if you can go back and tell your younger self to do something, it's like buy Amazon.
Buy Amazon. Yes. Or Google.
Who would have thunk it? When that first come out, I thought it was the dumbest thing. It's like, who's ever going to buy a book without touching it and feeling it? Boy, was I wrong on that one.
Listen, everything's on Amazon these days.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy life, Latisha, to come on the Child Care Genius podcast, share your story, motivate other people. There's somebody out there right now that's listening that wants to open a child care center. And I think maybe they had the same struggles, didn't graduate high school. Maybe they're thinking, oh, I can't open a business like that. You're living proof that, you know what? It's not where you start, it's how you finish. And anybody can do this. There's no requirement to own a childcare center. You have to have a high school diploma. I don't have a college degree, and I think I've done pretty good at childcare over the years. It's determination, not education, and don't let limiting other people limit what you can and can't do. Go out there, get your dreams. America's a great place. So I like to motivate people and tell them they can do it. And you're living proof that anybody can do and succeed. And I know how successful you are, and you should be darn proud of what you've accomplished.
Yeah, I am. First and foremost, I truly thank God. First and foremost, I'm truly thankful. You got to believe in yourself and don't let anyone tell you that you can't make it. You can't do it. I had a lot of people tell me those things along the way. And you know what, Brian and Carol, for a moment, I believe what they said, but I'm thankful you can do it.
Amen. I always say, don't tell me what I can't do till after I've already done it.
After I've already done it. That's right.
After I've already done it. I've had that my whole life, and I've always overperformed anybody's expectations. And, the only person you have to please is the guy in the mirror. That's the only person that cares about. So well done. Thanks again. We'll see you very soon, and hope everybody gets to see you in Mexico this fall. If you're listening, come join Latisha and I and Carol and a couple hundred other people and have a lot of fun. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Thank you so much.
Boy, she's full of energy.
For sure.
I love her mission. I love her faith and just everything about her. And I've known her for years. And I'm so glad she's part of our coaching program now because I like working with her.
I like her vision too, to train other childcare centers to do what she does.
Yeah, it's a great story. So Latisha, if you're listening to your own podcast, kudos. Good job. You've done extremely well. So this concludes this episode of the Child Care Genius podcast. Thank you for taking time out of your busy life to spend a little time with us.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss a future episode of the Child Care Genius podcast. And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Child Care Genius podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please do us a favor and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode. Don't forget to visit our website at childcaregenius.com to see a list of services we offer to help grow your childcare business. Until next time, thank you for being a part of the Childcare Genius community.